Kitty, 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 kitty. Boppy, boppy, boppy. I'm not too sure if you can see him or not. And my dirty house behind it, all my kids' stuff. That's Edge. It's the cat. Chester's the dog. Yeah, you can see both of them. Let's get the stable a little bit here. The sun is extremely bright. This is the only time I can actually record this. I'm with Noah today. He's upstairs sleeping up there-ish. He's actually not sleeping right now. I think he is rummaging around to see. Just got my baby monitor here, just in case something happens. He's 1.5 now, but I doubt that anything will really happen. Any sense of urgency, but I'll hear him if he does. So today's been a good day. Things are starting to shift, and I like it. Shift in a way of comfortableness with where I'm at. With gaming before, and it felt like I was running away from my problems rather than facing on. I've mentioned, I'm trying to not get the sun in my eye. I mentioned in the blogs before that I see kids down there playing. I should get the NDA to sign against them. NDA, nice. Non-disclosure agreement of the video. So I mentioned in my previous videos I attempted to quit gaming before, and it was I replaced the addiction with just straight up busy work. It was mostly just drawing, just drawing. I'm not artistic by any means, as I mentioned before. I picked up drawing, and that was my means of coping. Oh, fingerprint! Finger! I'm trying to focus here a little bit. I wonder if we can focus with this. So yeah, straight up replaced it with another thing, just completely numb the feeling of not gaming. And I don't know if that's the right way of doing things. And I want to talk about that briefly. Today it felt like a really good day. I was more focused at work. I'm still getting up at a terrible time. You can't win them all out right away. But I just feel more focused in general. I feel like something switched inside of me. I can just do things now without having to worry about how it's done. This vlog, for example. I wasn't going to record a video today because I didn't feel like vlogging. But I'm out here. I'm sitting out here. So I linked the book in the description yesterday. Don't know if you saw it. This is the Power of Habit book I was talking about. That same author wrote a book about motivation, and I was interested in reading about it as well. So my animals are just staring me down. Just, why am I not out there? So I wanted to read that motivation book, and they talked about a different paradigm. Something called the locus of control. L-O-C-U-S-T of control. At the beginning of the book, so it's the same kind of writing style. They go through different use cases and different ways that people are successful. And one of these, they go through an aviator who was, I forget what it was. He was being scrutinized, or he's being reevaluated for his flight license. And so he wanted, of course, to make sure everything went smoothly with his co-pilots. And it's not locus of control. Let me finish that and let's get back to locus of control, because this is very important as well too, I think, in the grand scheme of things, is knowing where you're going. So he's being reevaluated, and he made sure that he had a mental image of everything that can go wrong during the flight, like everything down to a T. If the engine caught on fire, if that engine caught on fire, and it turned out that during his evaluation everything went wrong. It was a massive amount of things. It was basically one of the biggest failures in aviation that ever happened. And because, so it's not locus of control I'm talking about, that's a different thing. I'm talking about a mental model of where you want to go. So since he built up this mental model of everything that can go wrong, he knew in his head how to handle the situation. And I think that's a powerful tool in our lives. I attempted to build a mental model during gaming. So in Rocket League, I was building mental models of how I should save the ball, how I should attack the ball, when I should, and you just you're aware of the situations. I want to work on my mental model more of where I want to go fingers and what I want to accomplish with this. And I think related to gaming-esque features like achievements and progression, and I think progression is just key. So locus of control is something else. It's your ability, as easy as summarize, is you're in control of your life. It's that simple. There's in the book they go over, it's the same as the Power of Habit book. They go through separate use cases, and they went through a story about a man who went out for super passionate man, super motivated guy, and he went out for a trip, and the plane, again another plane scenario, the plane altitude did cause some brain damage, and the damaged part of his brain, where it was a locus of control, was considered to be damaged, where all the decision making happened, and he basically became a vegetable. And they go through separate scenarios. I might have to reread that because it's a good one. It's just basically being in control of your life and having control of what you're doing, and that's so powerful. My wife just messaged me, no word. Let's get rid of that. Look, being in control of what you want to do is a very powerful thing. You've quit gaming now. If you've done this with me for over a week, you may be back on your 1 day. You might be back in 2 days. You might be past that. You've controlled that. That's powerful. That's very powerful. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I had a good opportunity today that came by through one of my classmates, a very good friend of mine, a colleague. He was actually my boss for a bit, a really good friend, and he's actually one of my gamer friends. So it's just there everywhere, and he's just a programmer, and we're just going to potentially venture into a few other things. So I think even just a small act of me doing it is going to influence other people inside my life once they actually see that we're doing it. Get more done. Distractions. So yeah, it feels good. It feels different this time. Different is good. And I'm going to continue to pump these things out, whether you like them or not. Which everybody seems to be liking them, so I'm glad that you guys are keeping along and kind of going through this journey with me. If you're going through different, and making sure I'm not blocking the mic. If you're going through different problems in your life, reach out to me. I might put a social media up eventually. I did my first edits yesterday, which turned out to be a 3-hour process. So I record these videos about now. So if you can tell by the state of the sun, it's 7 o'clock. So I recorded this around 7:30 yesterday when the wife put the kid to bed. I put the kid to bed up there this morning. And usually I come home on my Wi-Fi and I just upload from YouTube right from my mobile phone. No edits, nothing. And just straight up upload. So easy. It's simple enough that it got me going. And since I was rudely interrupted by a phone call yesterday, and I should put this in airplane mode so that doesn't happen right now, I had to download this videos, the 2 of them, to my computer. My Android device wasn't recognized. I downloaded multiple drivers. I eventually had to put in USB debugging mode, which I should have known I had to do. And then I forget what made it actually happen. I think I reinstalled some of the drivers, updated. So that was about an hour and a half. I downloaded some video editing software. I got my video to where I wanted to with the combining. Then I hit the convert, and it had a paywall behind it, even though the label is free. And then I messaged my friend asking about his video editing software, and he said he uses this other one. So I picked that up, collaged the videos together, rendered it, and no audio. Rendered it again after playing around with the settings, no audio. Rendered it again, no audio. 4th time I tried something else that seemed to work. The story of this, when I game and I don't get what I want right away, I get angry. We're having a bad night in Rocket League, I get angry. I didn't get angry. It's a good feeling to be in control. It really is. So if you think you're in control of what you're doing right now, then that's good. Keep it up. It'll get easier, I think. I talk like I'm an expert, but I just am an expert from a previous addiction. So let's get through this together. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. I'm not going to beg you to subscribe. Maybe subscribe, comment. Helps me out a lot to kind of know people are liking this. That's the reason why I made Vlog 2, is the responses from the community. So thank you guys for paying attention, and my back hurts because I've been sitting on that thing for so long. I'm gonna have a nice sunset here in the back of me, and this is my apartment. I'm gonna have a nice sunset here. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next video. Peace.